Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we are starting Class 8 History Chapter 1. How, when and where. In this lesson we will learn how historians study the past, the importance of dates, how history is divided into different periods, and the sources used to understand history. Let's begin our journey into the fascinating world of history. Have you ever wondered when people started drinking tea when railways were built, or how people received news before newspapers? Questions like these make us curious about the past. And the study of the past is called history. Today we will understand the basics of history in a simple and interesting way. History is the study of changes over time. It helps us understand how people lived in the past, how societies changed, and how culture, economy, and politics developed. In simple words, history compares the past and present to understand change. Earlier historians believed history was mainly about memorizing dates. They focused on battles, crowning of kings, and political events. But history is not only about remembering dates. It is about understanding changes in society over time. Modern historians study many new topics. For example, they study how people earned their livelihood, what people produced and ate, how cities developed, and how ideas spread. This helps us understand the lives of people in the past, not just rulers. Dates become important depending on what historians choose to study. British historians focused mainly on the rule of governor-generals. But modern historians focus more on society and ordinary people. So the importance of dates changes with our perspective. History covers a very long time. To understand it better, historians divide it into different periods. This process is called periodization. It helps organize history and study different phases of time. In 1817, historian James Mill divided Indian history into three periods: Hindu period, Muslim period, and British period. But later historians found several problems with this idea. This classification divided history mainly on the basis of religion. But many religions existed at the same time. It also ignored the lives of ordinary people. So historians today believe this classification is not accurate. Today historians usually divide history into ancient period, medieval period, and modern period. Some historians also call the modern period the colonial period because India was ruled by the British. Colonialism is when one country conquers and controls another country. This control brings major changes in economy, society, culture, and politics. British rule in India is an example of colonialism. Historians study the past using historical sources. These include official records, letters, newspapers, diaries, and autobiographies. These sources help historians understand past events. The British government believed in recording everything in writing. They created documents about policies, plans, investigations, and agreements. These records were carefully preserved in archives and record rooms. Special institutions were created to store important documents. These include archives, museums, and administrative record rooms. These preserved records help historians study history even today. The British also conducted many surveys to understand India better. For example, census surveys, revenue surveys, botanical surveys, and archaeological surveys. These surveys help them administer and control the country. Official records mainly show what government officials thought. They do not always tell us about the feelings of common people, peasants, workers, or tribal communities. So historians study other sources as well. To understand people's lives better, historians use sources like diaries, travel accounts, autobiographies, newspapers, and literature. These sources give us a broader picture of history. Let us quickly recap. History studies changes over time. Dates alone cannot explain history. Periodization helps organize the past. And historians use many different sources. And with that, our chapter is complete. In the next video, we will start the next chapter. So stay curious, keep learning, and keep exploring history. See you in the next video.